This lighting makes me washed out. Macam hantu. I'm wearing this headband because it makes me feel cute. I got it from Mr. DIY. It costs like 4 ringgit or something. Very cheap. Hello my lovelies, it is Sumra. Today's video is going to be a get to know me video. In this video I am going to be talking about myself so you guys can get to know me a little bit, especially if you're new to my channel. Hi, my name is Sumra. This is my little place on the internet. My content, what is my content? I just post videos that I want to post. I'm a huge advocate of self-growth, so my YouTube channel is kind of a place where I share a little bit of that. Yeah, in this video I'm going to be talking about myself and you're gonna get to know me a little bit. Let's go! My name is Sumra, which means gift, reward and fruit of good deed. My full name is Sumra Jamalulil, but I go with Sumra Jamal for short because it's easier. A lot of people, when they find out my full last name, they think I'm related to the royal family of Belize, which I'm not. Fun fact, my great-great-granddad was actually adopted by the King of Belize at that time, but I have no connection to the royal family at all. That's just like a fun family fact, I guess. I am the only one out of my siblings who does not have a first name, which is a name before my actual name, because you know how people tend to have names before the actual name, especially like in Malaysia, I guess. Mine is just Sumra Jamalulil. And I asked my parents why they didn't give me a name before my actual name, and they said that's because Sumra sounds good on its own, so I kind of like that I don't have a first name. My name was actually a name I didn't like when I was younger because I thought it was bad that it was such a different name, but you know, as I grew older my name became something that I really liked about myself. I love my name a lot. I was born on 3rd of February 2000. I'm currently 19 years old, but I will be turning 20 very soon. My star sign is Aquarius. I am an Aquarius. I tend to get a lot of questions like, where are you from, where do you live, all that stuff. So I'm going to be explaining a little bit about that. My parents are from Malaysia. My dad is from Perak and my mum is from Belize. They came to UK in 1999 because it was my dad's dream to study in the UK, so he worked really hard. He didn't come on a scholarship, by the way. He came to UK with my mum and my older brother and sister who were born in Malaysia. I was not born yet, but then I came along into the world on a fine, lovely day, 3rd of February 2000. I was born in Coventry, UK, and I lived there for about 7 years. Had most of my childhood there, and then I moved up north because of my dad's job. I moved to Billingham. I lived there for about a year, and then I moved to Seaham. I lived there for about almost 10 years, and then I moved to Newcastle, which is where I currently live. I've been living here for about 2 years, and Newcastle is the best place that I have ever lived. I have lived in UK my whole life. I have never lived in Malaysia, but I do go back to Malaysia every now and then because I have relatives over there and it's where my parents are from. I've been to Malaysia like 9 times in my life. Last year in 2019 I actually went to Malaysia twice in 1 year, and I've never been to Malaysia twice in 1 year before, but I was really grateful that I got to go twice in a year. A lot of people will ask me why I live in the UK. You know, it was my dad's dream to study in the UK and he wanted to fulfill that dream. But my dad didn't actually have an intention to stay in UK permanently, but my mum, it was her dream to actually live outside of Malaysia because she wanted to raise me and my siblings outside of Malaysia. It was just a dream of hers. I guess my family's riziki is here in the UK, so that's why we live in the UK. Obviously I'm a Muslim, I wear the hijab and everything. I get a lot of questions about living in the UK as a Muslim, a hijabi Muslim. It's perfectly fine, it's normal. I haven't really had any problems. Obviously I can't speak for everyone because everyone's experiences are different, but for me personally, living in UK for almost 20 years, I have not had a problem as a hijabi Muslim. I've been wearing the hijab since I was like very young and I love wearing the hijab. I think my life here is pretty good, so yeah. So I am Malaysian, but I am living in the UK, and I'm permanently living here. This is my home, the place that I consider my home. Will I ever move to Malaysia? The answer is probably no. I don't know. I do love Malaysia, but it's just not my home. It's a place where I have my relatives, and Malaysia has good food and also sceneries, and I have some friends there, but it's not my home. My home is here in the UK. This is the place that I feel like I belong. There's always this feeling that I have a home to go back to, which is in the UK. So in the UK I have my parents, and then I also have my siblings. I have 3 siblings, an older sister, older brother, and a younger brother. A lot of people tend to tell me I look Korean or Chinese, especially like when I go back to Malaysia. People always ask me if I'm from Korea or China. My ethnicity mix, which is kind of complicated, but this is what I know from my parents and grandparents. On my dad's side, there is Chinese. He is half Chinese because my grandma is full Chinese. So my dad is Chinese, Javanese, Bugis, and Yemenis. And then my mum, she is Chinese, Thai, and Burmese. Well, that's all I know for now. But I plan to do a DNA test very soon so I can find out my ethnicity mix in detail, because I've always been interested in knowing. I have majority Chinese blood, which explains why I look so Chinese. You know, my mata sepe, chinky eyes and all that. English is my first and main language. It is the language that I grew up speaking. You know, in my household, I speak English with my parents and siblings, and my parents didn't really teach me Malay when I was younger. For one, they were extremely busy when I was younger because my dad was in uni and he was working a part-time job, and my mum was working 2 jobs so we could sustain our life in the UK. And you know, I'd go to school and I'd speak English and all that stuff, so I couldn't really like learn Malay. And also, like, I didn't really want to learn Malay myself, but as I got older, this was around 2018, where I really wanted to learn Malay. So I started to learn Malay myself, and obviously I have a lot of Malaysian followers. So if you know me from my speaking Malay video, my Malay was terrible in that video, but it was like the first time I was filming a video in Malay. I learned Malay from the internet. That's how I learned Malay. Yeah, and also because I've been mixing a lot more with my Malaysian friends, so I'm able to speak Malay with them. The funny thing is I don't even speak Malay with my parents, but with my Malaysian friends I will mix a little bit of Malay. For me, I am trying my best to learn Malay, and it's not just because people tell me I should speak Malay, it's because I want to, because I don't feel like I have to speak Malay, and I think that people shouldn't shame kids like me for not being able to speak Malay fluently. I don't think people should apologise for not being able to be fluent in a language that they weren't brought up speaking. Saya boleh cakap bahasa Melayu, like okay lah, tapi bukan macam fluent sangat, tapi when I speak Malay, it's hard for me to really form sentences. Like if I'm speaking in a conversation and mixing a bit of English, it's like okay, but then when I'm trying to actually form full-on sentences, it can be quite difficult. But you know, I'm gonna keep practicing Malay so I can be 100% fluent in it, hopefully, if not 100%, 99%. It's hard for me to be bilingual because like when I start speaking Malay and I start to be good at it, my English deteriorates and then I start to have a really bad English accent. I don't know why. Yeah, but I'm trying to keep up with having my normal British accent and also being able to speak Malay well. A natural orang Melayu cakap bahasa Melayu. As I grew older in general, I wanted to learn more about Malaysia and my roots. I feel like I've definitely become very Malayu over the past years, which is something I'm proud of myself, because like when I was younger I was very much more of like, oh, I'm very British, I'm not Malayu. Like I'm Malaysian but I'm not Malayu. But then, you know, as I got older, my Malayu side really came out. Like she's coming out. So I just picked out some get to know me tag questions that I found online, and I'm just going to answer a few. How tall are you? I am 154 centimeters. I'm very short. Well, I guess that height is like normal in Malaysia, but in the UK, obviously that's very short for a girl. I know I look taller in my pictures, but I'm actually really short. Dogs or cats? Cats all the way. I mean, I love dogs, but cats are just my favorite thing ever. I'm like a huge cat lover, by the way, and you know how Malaysia has like so many stray cats? Yeah, I just can't help myself. I want to pet all the stray cats. They're just all so cute. I love cats, and when I go to someone's house and they have a cat, I have to run to the cat and just stroke it. I love cats so much, okay? When I was younger, like when I was 5 years old, I bought this stuffed cat toy from a car boot sale, and I carried this toy everywhere with me. She was my special little kitty. It's because I wasn't allowed to have a cat when I was younger, so you know, I just carried around that cat with me. I literally brought her on all my adventures. So I love cats and I choose cats. What is your favourite drink? Water, plain water. Call me boring, but I really like water, and it's so important to drink water. And I also really like tea, like herbal teas, fruit teas, all kinds of teas. I love tea so much. What is your favourite movie? My favourite movie, I really like The Little Prince, which is on Netflix, because that movie is just so wholesome. I love it so much. And I also really like The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I recently re-watched that movie. It hits so deep. And the quotes from that movie, oh my god. How would you describe your fashion sense? I really like clothes that are comfortable, that I feel comfortable in, and that just look nice to me. I guess my fashion sense would be comfortable and also elegant, if I'm feeling elegant. I don't really know how to explain my fashion sense, but a lot of people, especially my own mum, who likes to roast me, call me machi for the way I dress. Like, you know, when I went back to Malaysia, I had these shoes, and my grandma and my grand aunties were like, whose shoes are these? Whose machi shoes are these? And they called me a machi. They really called me a machi. Machis of my family called me a machi. So I guess I really am a machi. Even my friends call me machi. I'm just a machi, and I guess that's my style. Okay, I like the machi style. Who is your celebrity crush? Jungkook. He's just like the whole package, okay? The whole package. I really don't want to fangirl. Like, I try to be low-key about my whole fangirling side of BTS and all that, but Jungkook is baby. He's such an amazing human being, and he makes me soft. Oh my god, I'm such a fangirl. Do you know your personality type? What is it? Yes, I know my personality type. My personality type is INFP. INFPs are sensitive, caring, and compassionate, and are deeply concerned with the personal growth of themselves and others. Individualistic and non-judgmental, INFPs believe that each person must find their own path. They enjoy spending time exploring their own ideas and values, and are gently encouraging to others to do the same. INFPs are creative and often artistic. They enjoy finding new outlets for self-expression. So that really just explains me right there. I'm an INFP, and I'm proud to be an INFP. We're very difficult people. Like, when it comes to loving and all that stuff, we're very difficult people. But you know, I think INFPs are amazing. I am introverted. I get energy by spending time alone, and I like being my own company. Even though I seem confident on camera, I'm actually a pretty shy, quiet person in real life. I suck at conversations. Like, I mean, I guess I hate small talk, so I really like having a deep connection with someone, and when I find someone that I can actually have a deep connection with, it's amazing. But in general, I don't like small talk, so I don't really like communicating with people who aren't really on the same level as me and all that stuff. As in, like, same level of connection. I don't know. Around my friends and family, I can be quite loud and seem extroverted because I'm comfortable around them. But like around new people, I tend to be shy, quiet, reserved. I think that is my personality in general. I am a pretty reserved person. I'm chill. I'm a chill person, I think. Every time I go back to Malaysia, people will always message me saying that they saw me but they were too scared to come up to me, and honestly, I do not bite. Like, if you ever see me, just come up to me. I may have a resting bee face, but you know, I'm a chill person, and I think I'm pretty nice and friendly. I may not seem that way at first because I have social anxiety. My passions. What are my passions? I really enjoy reading books, learning about myself, and I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing a lot. I love writing so much. I love writing. I love words. I love words. You know, like movies and lyrics and all these kinds of things. Like, if they have good words, then I'm just so attracted to that. I'm a lover of words. Yeah, I really like writing. I also really like making YouTube videos because it makes me happy, and It makes me happy when other people say that they feel happy watching my videos. I know that a lot of you guys go through your own struggles, and so I want my YouTube channel to be a place that you can just kind of come to as a little safe place, I guess, because it's my little safe place. It's our little safe place. Think of me as your friend on the internet. That's who I am. I am running out of memory, so I think that's all the information I will be sharing about myself today. I don't really like to share too much of myself online, just like a small percentage. So I guess this video kind of just gives away the basics about me. If you are not subscribed already, you should subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. I'd love to have you here. I appreciate having you here, honestly. So yeah. I'm in a really good mood today. I feel very happy today. I hope that you guys have an amazing day, a lovely, spectacular day. I hope that you be kind to yourself because that's so important. I hope we all learn to be kind to ourselves. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Please smile.